Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's Flip toy review. I nearly wasn't going to be making this video because... Where's my chair? Oh, there it is! There it is. I've just realised that my chair's literally right in front of me, eh? Or behind me, eh? Normally I tend to be sitting on it like so, and I often tend to be filmed while being a bit close to the camera, eh? You know, as normal as I normally do though, but this is a very different sort of position I'm doing at the moment though, eh? I've got this drink of, is it vitamin C or is it orange juice? I can't really tell. Hopefully it's vitamin C, because, you know, orange juice tends to have a lot more substitute, you know, appetite flavourings inside of it, thingamajigs though inside, that sort of makes it a bit, well, not so healthy. But I believe it's vitamin C drink. Oh, maybe I should have done a better sip. That's better, eh? And my skin, well, I've actually moisturised my skin, but I'm just going to add a bit more, eh? Of this Dermal 500 lotion, in a sense that my skin on my hands is completely dry, and my skin completely gets dry. Well, my skin's an organ really though, eh? It's going to cause havoc, and it's going to be not nice though if I keep on scratching it though, eh? But anyways, let me just go ahead and bring the camera down. And instead of toys, I've actually made something completely and utterly different. This time, from Vietnam 2021, we're going to be taking a look at something very arty. And both of these are Flip Vietnam 2021 themed toys. They are not origami because you can't see the green origami logo with the origami crane symbol on it. Both of these are related to a very popular and very Indian sort of festival there, I suppose, eh? It's called Diwali. Even though I've meshed up Vietnam with something quite Indian, it actually makes sense because, well, both of them involved with, guess who? Spaldy the Peacock. Oh, hi. Welcome to my Diwali video. Imagine if I was doing Spaldy's voice. Now, what's actually quite surprising about these two Diwali themed products is that they're both in the same generation 125.5, not 125 itself. So that's completely strange. The Vietnam 2021 logo is a tad different on both of these in the way they've been rendered, in terms of how much lineage detailing on the logos, I suppose, eh? Yeah, it actually looks quite nice, having a look at these two, eh? But there's a price difference, so there's a £1 sort of difference there, eh? This here, called the Diwali A5 Spaldy themed Diva Feathers portrait picture, Euphoria Rolls On. That's what this picture is called. Yes, Euphoria Rolls On. Euphoria basically meaning happiness. It costs about £7, whereas this one here is £1 expensive, and that's £8, and it's called the Diwali themed 3D diorama Spaldy landscape. It's actually quite a nice looking product there, eh? Orientizated with stand, I suppose, eh? It's like a picture. Obviously it's like a landscape sort of orientizated picture with stand. I think that's what it's called, eh? Yep, it costs about £8. And there's the back of the packaging, which looks like that. And both of them tell me that they're basically best before the 8th of November 2021. Once again, having the same sort of readings like that there, eh? And with some sort of progression, look at this. They all both say 100% cruelty feathers included. Crikeys. Let's see if this is completely and utterly true. There's Spaldy on this product here, which costs about £8. On the bottom right corner here. Sort of spectating whatever the hell is going on here. And there you go, there's some pieces of information here. Oh, it's inspired by a pop-up card. Or designed after a pop-up card, as it actually says, eh? I suppose. Components made in the UK and China! Okay, and it looks quite interesting indeed, eh? There you go, there's some cool readings, I suppose, eh? Except for that check out our Vietnam 2021 content thingamajig, eh? from the Flip That channel created by Ivan Lee. And there's also a very interesting fun fact. Peacocks are India's national bird. Fancy that, that's completely true. Here's the other one there. I'm having a look. And this piece of art actually features a Happy Diwali message. How interesting is that? Euphoria Rolls On. That's what this picture is actually called, eh? There you go. I think that's basically the name of the product. Like so. And we're going to go ahead and unpack. Which one should I unpack first? Let me go ahead and unpack this one here first. And I have to say, it's quite amazing thinking of Happy Diwali Day, because I think it's just either before or after Halloween time. Overall, obviously after that massive bombshell of all of the Halloween 2021 themed items I've made for this year, I wonder how many Diwali 2021 themed toys are going to be made. Personally, just a few. Okay? In this very cool looking, almost like a diorama sort of picture, well, it's not really a diorama picture, I suppose. It's like an L shape, and it also has some Indian sort of messages there, eh? Namaste in English language, and a Happy Diwali from Vietnam 2021 from Spaldy the Peacock. And obviously it makes sense because not only that Spaldy is based on a green peafowl from Southeast Asia, but he's also like a mixture. He's actually also based on an Indian peafowl. So in a sense he's basically a hybrid of the two. Strangely enough though, eh? And it's got those cheap Chinese squares of orange and blue, just because obviously for the fact it looks quite dirt cheap, but you know, cheap is good sometimes, eh? But anyways, there you go. Is that a peacock feather? I'm pretty sure it's like a peacock feather that's actually trying to pretend or to look like some sort of Diva light. What Diwali is, I think that's what Diwali is meant to be, eh? It's called the Festival of Lights. There's another one of those Diva lights there. I think those are Diva lights on the Namaste grassy thingy. There you go. That's this one here on the purple sky. That's what I call it, eh? That is a Diva light. And obviously it looks quite cool, I suppose, eh? And yeah, obviously whenever I think of Spaldy, he's got green feathers. I presume these are chicken or maybe other poultry species. Let's just think duck, pigeon, goose, maybe turkey, pheasant. Let's just hope not. I hope this is not real peacock feathers though, because obviously if it was, well, it's actually a bit more, how would you say it? How would you say it's not that humane, as I think of it, I suppose, eh? So obviously these feathers are designed for a humane purpose. Originally they're all white, and guess what? They're all sprayed with green dye, a little bit like Minecraft, where you can colour your sheep in from white to any other colour, like green, for example. You can have a green sheep, like, you know, a green woolly sheep, as what you would normally find in Minecraft. It's like one of those methods in Minecraft where you sort of click on the sheep, and then it changes colour with the piece of dye you handle on. D-Y-E, not death or die. D-I-E. That's one meaning, eh? So that's a different dye. But the dye we all want is DYE. That means changing colour. With a certain pigmentation of whatever you're going to be having, eh? From a certain component. And on the back here, on the middle there, or in the middle, there's a stand. It's actually like some sort of secure stand. That makes it like some sort of frame. See that there? It actually looks quite nice. You can actually pose Spaldy there. That's the front part of Spaldy, eh? There's his little feather crest, which I suppose is based off like a peacock with attributes from Baldy's Basics, if you know that horror game, which was actually quite spooky. There you go. There's some licensing info here. Vietnam, copyright 2021, 2022. Flip Up UK, TEM, PRC, GBR. Making sure it's the real McCoy product and not a knockoff. I hope it's not one of those clone knockoff items you get there, eh? And in fact, a lot of the Flip Up toys are considered legitimate, and so are the merchandise. Fancy that one, eh? It looks quite good, I suppose, eh? That sort of design. pretty convenient for an Indian setting. And let me get the other one out. Obviously, this looks... Ooh! That's interesting. That's a very different looking piece of Indian art. Obviously, it looks quite nice to me. Please tell me what you think, and don't be rude, please. Because obviously, well, I have to say, look at Spaldy! Now, the reason why Spaldy is actually in that expression of shock is because, well, I wanted to give Spaldy a bit of expression now. You know, I could have an angry Spaldy or a sad Spaldy. Like, I can have a Spaldy that gets so ticked off it can literally want to slap you on any other part of the body for getting answers wrong. Maybe it's because he's pretty much designed up the body with a peacock. Also the eyes. They look quite nice. Yellowy sort of gold eyes, I suppose, but in fact, on the back of this picture, there's actually, apart from the nice green feathers though, which it's not that bland, apart from these peacock feather patternings, which are said to look like Diva lights for Diwali of 2021. It looks quite nice, I suppose. So let me put it on the floor, and there's actually a very specific message, and if I turn it around, there it is there. Although Spaldy is in shock when he loses his tail feathers, sort of like marbles, like, you know, losing the marbles, I suppose, like going insane, I suppose, He's there to bring good luck, hope, light, and kindness around the UK, India, Vietnam, and around the world. Euphoria rolls on. Happy Diwali 2021, illustrated and created by me. And yes, I am also the creator of Vietnam 2021. Obviously, it looks quite nice. I would have preferred if, you know, to give it a lot much more liveliness, I would have rather put a lot more effort by adding some peacock spotty eyes, you know, peacock feather eye patternings though, to give it a lot more, well, a bit of a sort of a very weird, but very, very authentically obvious Diwali sort of taste. Because obviously, I don't know how good or bad or different the aesthetics on the picture are like, but they are there to pretty much catch people's eyes. It is amazing. But whenever I think of amazing, it's not always that bad whenever I think of it, I suppose. But I love the colours that make it sort of interesting. I love the orange background on this, combining with the green lineage detailing. It's like if the feathers are sort of spreading out to sort of, you know, represent a peacock shedding his feathers after the breeding season, I suppose. Maybe, just maybe, when this event ends, I'm pretty sure Spaldy will lose all of his tail feathers once this event is about to be bust again, Oh well, but anyways, I could pretty much make a another Vietnamese event, just maybe keep the same mascots, I suppose, Yeah, it's actually quite strange. Vietnam 2021 seems to have more mascots than any other Southeast Asian event, like, you know, Thailand 2020, Brunei 2019, which was, I believe, the very worst of all the Southeast Asian events, in my opinion, because it didn't sell well because of the atrocity of the British weather. And I think one of my all-time favourites, the Malaysian events for 2015 and 2017, that was just before my channel was created. My goodness me, I love the yellow cheeks on Spaldy. Looks quite nice and accurate, I suppose, to the actual character. Yet again, it actually is quite nice, I suppose, You can even display it as a bit of an Indian scenery, I suppose, maybe. The reason why I've also made them is because, well, I used to remember celebrating Diwali. Not only that, but I also want to accommodate the Indian audience on my YouTube channel. And there goes Trackmaster Proteus, just chugging along while just putting a trio of tanker wagons from Japan. And mind you, in the way I tend to sort of, you know, make products like that, it's amazing indeed. I could do Thanksgiving if I want to, And maybe it's because I want to try and maybe accommodate the American audience even more, Because I've never done Thanksgiving over the last 5 years or so, But anyways, I think that's it. And one thing I suddenly forgot to do was to raise that middle bit there, you know, where I normally do potty things on the toilet when I poop and stuff like that, I'm just going to basically raise that bit in the middle, and just make it straight to the top, just to look like if the toilet is not in action or in use. But anyways, I think that's about it in this video, eh? Sorry about the toilet. But anyways, I'm starting to feel better now, eh? After that massive flu nightmare that I had throughout the rest of October half term. Please give this video a like. And as I said earlier before, I nearly wasn't going to be making this video, but luckily enough, man oh man, I'm so glad I'm able to make videos like this. And as always, please do subscribe for more flip-flap videos if you want to see of that content in the future, if you really want to. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now. And I'm also going to say Happy Diwali to all of the Indian YouTubers who are pretty much there, and to the audience who is also watching it too. Again, thank you and goodbye.